All right, we're going to look into the transfers this week. We saw a lot of movements for teams around England, and today we are going to look at some few transfers that caught the eye for the past 24 hours here. That is Garnacho moving to Chelsea and Xavi Simons moving to Tottenham, which none of us expected. And then I think Anthony trying to push his way back to Real Betis, where he got his good form from. And also we saw another surprise name come up for Chelsea, that is Adam Wharton, and we are going to look into this transfers into details. First of all, there's one transfer that just got heated up. That was yesterday, and then we woke up this morning. I think everything was done, and that is Javi Simons to Tottenham Hotspur. I think every one of us agreed that it was Chelsea who were leading the race some months back until yesterday that everything changed. I think all of you and then I myself thought Javi Simons was going to end up a Chelsea player, but it didn't happen because I think that was, and then they were just waiting to move on some players before they go and then submit a formal bid to Leipzig. I think that was the only thing that was keeping the deal until yesterday that Tottenham stepped in after losing all their top targets to rival teams. They decided to go all in out for Xavi Simons, and then they were able to accomplish it. I think the Chelsea and then the Simons deal, I think there was something that none of us knew. We were just hearing noises there about, but I'm sure that if Tottenham got Simons, that actually means Chelsea didn't see Simons to be a priority to them. I think that was the main reason why Tottenham got the upper hand and then got Xavi Simons. Yeah. Like if he also was interested in that, but I think they would have gotten him some days back. No matter nevertheless, like Nkunku, they were waiting on Nkunku to leave before they make a formal bid. Nkunku left 2 days ago, but still they didn't send a formal bid. So I think like Chelsea didn't need the boy like everybody thought that they needed him. So I think like Javi Simons, if I were Javi Simons, I think like I can't be a second fiddle to somebody. I think he realized later that Chelsea didn't need him as much as he think that they wanted. Because if they wanted him, I think they should have pursued him before Alejandro Garnacho. That is one that I want to come back into again. I think that's just what happened to Javi Simons. And I feel like he can't wait for Chelsea. He has to make the right choice for him. So he decided to go for Spurs, which I think they need him better than Chelsea. Because looking at the presence of Cole Palmer, he will not even get much playing time compared to Tottenham. Right now, Tottenham are pretty more folders are like injured, and some of them, yeah, they are injured. Madison, Kolosevsky are injured. So I think that when he goes to Tottenham, he's going to get ample game time and then play, show Tottenham the quality that is made of. Yeah. So I wish him all the best. I hope like when he comes to the England, he'll be able to replicate the form that he has at Leipzig. For Garnacho, man, that player is really a good player. I think he wasn't as bad as United fans made him look like. I think it was just the environment, and I think if he gets a good environment, that will give him a lot of confidence and then trust in him. I think he will be able to prove to the world that he still has quality. That boy is really very good. So I think like Chelsea is a good place for him. If he's able to get ample game time, I think he will surprise a lot of um, people. Even though I know a lot of Chelsea fans didn't like the idea of Chelsea going for Garnacho, a lot of them actually preferred Chelsea signing Simons over Garnacho. But we don't know what the hierarchy of Chelsea think about the Simons deal. Only they know the reason why they went for Garnacho instead of Javi Simons. So maybe in the football business or the football technical side, I think maybe they saw something in Garnacho which they didn't see in Javi Simons. And to me, I think Garnacho is a very good winger and a very decent winger. if you have him in your team, I think he will give your opponent defenders a very hard time in his days. Yeah, when he's in the mood to play, you can see that he has something to give. And I think Chelsea are going to have a good squad there. So we wake up this morning after Tottenham completed Xavi Simons deal. We woke up this morning to hear that Chelsea are also interested in Adam Wharton. And I was like, wow, is it like, is it that it was because of Adam Wharton that Chelsea left the Simons deal, or it just like a random rumor? Because looking at Adam Wharton is a very good defensive midfielder and also a little bit creative for the Crystal Palace team. And I was like, okay, if that is the truth, will Crystal Palace release him at this time of the season? Because we barely have, let me see, 4 days until the window closes, and will they get a replacement for him? And also, the price that Crystal Palace will be quoting, will Chelsea be willing to meet the price? Because I think right now, if you go for Adam Walton, they will not be quoting something less than 80 million for you, because the market is actually something else lately. Just imagine Newcastle signing this Stuttgart boy for Timendi for almost 90 million. I was like surprised. But lately the football market, the transfer market is actually crazy with a lot of figures. I don't know. But I just hope all the monies that the teams are spending, they'll be able to get the returns from the players that they are signing. So I think that yeah, the actual, if Chelsea are really going for Adam Wharton, I think there is one player that they need to let go, or probably there's a player that is leaving Chelsea. And if only maybe Lavia, who is always injured and then never gets time to play, somebody who maybe they are thinking of moving on from, and they are getting Adam Wharton, I think that's a good business from Chelsea if they are able to get the ball. But if not, I think the incoming of Adam Wharton is going to unsettle some certain players, because we saw some young prospects coming through the ranks of Chelsea also needed ample game time. So the introduction or the incoming of Adam Wharton will force some players to retain their future, especially Andre Santos, who is actually going to be if they are going to be undertaking order, it will Andre Santos will be like a backup for this guy Enzo Fernandez, and the addition of Adam Wharton is a player that wouldn't want to come and sit on the bench for so long and just be a squad player. So I think that deal will just be a rumor. I don't see it happening. Also, Manchester United and then Kobe Manu. I think Kobe just realized that right now with the system Amorim is playing, for him to get a game time will be difficult. Because right now it was Bruno. Bruno is actually now playing at his position, which we all know that Bruno was playing as a 10 for United. That was last season, the previous season. But now Amorim is trying something different with Bruno in the middle alongside the DM defensive midfielder, also trying to use Bruno as a defensive midfielder. So the game time for Kobe Mano is now limited, and probably he will just be a squad member for the team. And I think with his quality, he thinks that he needs a place that where he can get a lot of playing time, because we know the World Cup qualifiers and also want to get into the World Cup squad of the England national team. He needs a lot of game time to be able to prove to Thomas Tuchel that he's ready to be called up for the England national team. So I think that's the reason why the boy is trying to move away from Manchester United. Even though Manchester United doesn't want to lose that boy, they still want to keep him around. But still, the boy wouldn't mind going out for a loan, and then he will probably come back next year, because he doesn't want to sit on the bench for so long when the World Cup is coming very soon. And then today we heard Robin Amorim say that he needs Kobe Menu, and he actually knows the kind of quality the boy has, and then the boy has to have to be patient and fight for his place, which we are yet to find out if Firmino will be willing to stay and fight for his position again. And it will be difficult to displace Bruno Fernandes out of that position, unless Ruben Amorim moves Bruno Fernandes back to the 10th position. So we wait and see what will happen. And then the same on Manchester United, Anthony and then the Betis deal. I think Manchester United should just sanction the loan deal or probably just find a compromise to let Anthony go back to Betis. I think he really did well at Betis, and the boy also realized that Spain is the place for him to play his football, and then he wants to get back into regular football and probably also make the squad for Carlo Ancelotti for the Brazil national team. So right now, I think a lot of players who don't want to be sitting on the bench when the World Cup is coming because every player with the moves that they are moving, they want to move to a team that they will get a lot of playing time. So I think Manchester United should come to an agreement with Anthony and then find a compromise, something that will suit both parties, so that the boy can go to Real Betis and then play his football and get back to his feet. And maybe Manchester United can also settle on something, maybe a loan fee or maybe a loan with an obligation to buy next summer if he performs well. Yeah, that's all for transfers. We'll see you during the week because we still have a lot of matches that is coming over the weekend, and we will be back with you with another banger and another piece. See you.